This is Little Miss Barbecue.
Little Miss Barbecue to me it's just this dream that happened, wanting to create the absolute best Central Texas style barbecue we can. Central Texas style is known for minimal seasonings, very beef heavy, so we'll have like the brisket, beef ribs, beef sausages, things of that nature. Then we smoke it with pecan and white oak, all sourced here in Arizona. It's just very well balanced with the smoke and the seasoning and the meat. Our menu here at Little Miss Barbecue is pretty basic. We do meat market style, where you can order as much or as little as you like. We also have plates. We have a single meat plate, a 2-meat plate, and then we also have sandwiches. Then we have our sides too. We have some amazing sides. There's nothing worse than going out to eat somewhere and the main dish is fantastic, but then the sides you get are like, eh? So we've worked really hard on making them delicious. Oh, our desserts at Little Miss Barbecue. Originally, we started with my wife's great-grandmother's pecan pie recipe, and we smoke it in a smoker, so it's fantastic. And then recently we started doing a banana pudding that's really good as well. Our name, Little Miss Barbecue, comes from our old dog. When we went to our first barbecue contest, we had to come up with a team name. And what about Little Miss Barbecue for the team name? We loved it, and we've stuck with it ever since. It's awesome that we get compared to the best places in the world. When you hear things like that, it just makes you really happy, because that mission that we have of really creating an amazing barbecue and treating people really well and having a place where they can have a great experience, we're doing it, and it makes you feel good.
So Azil, I agree with you. This place is awesome. How did you find it?
So my wife and I had lived in many different places after we got married, and when I came back, everyone kept talking about Little Miss Barbecue. So on my birthday, my wife isn't a huge meat eater, so usually on my birthday is when I can get the food I want to eat. So I said, I want to go to Little Miss Barbecue.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
The birthday leverage for the
Yeah,
barbecue.
I wanted to use my birthday leverage to get my barbecue. And the great thing is that she fell in love with it.
So what's your go-to? What do you eat when you're there?
Normally when I go there, I always get brisket and pulled pork. Anytime I go to a barbecue place, it's like me getting pepperoni pizza at every pizza place. I always want the brisket.
It's the standard. It shows you what they are, yeah. What'd you get this time? What'd you like?
So I ordered the 2-meat plate, and my friend ordered a platter, and we both just left it in the center of the table, and we just went crazy. The meats, we had the 707 and jalapeno sausage, the turkey, which if you don't like turkey, that turkey will change your life.
Smoked and moist?
Yeah, but everyone says this, that the smoky is not too smoky, but it's really true about this turkey. It's just super moist, and I feel like you taste the herbs more than the smoke, which is nice. And then we also got the brisket, the pulled pork, and then we also got the beef ribs. So we definitely ate our fill that.
So how was the brisket?
I like that the brisket, you can get it how you like, whether you want it a leaner cut or a fattier cut, but I like that there's a nice crispy ring on the outside, and it's super juicy on the inside.
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
when you're eating it without sauce, the pure taste of the brisket really shines, and it's really tender.
And the beef ribs?
Yeah, the beef rib is great. You can just stick a fork on it, and it just peels the meat right off the fork. Yeah.
Ooh, that's my favorite. Everyone kind of has an argument. Some people like a lot of chew and a lot of pull. I like it to fall right off.
I am also a brisket go-to. I am also a big animal fat person, so they do a great job of asking you, do you want fatty? Do you want lean? How do you like
So
it?
you go fatty?
Oh, absolutely.
You did?
Me too.
What's the texture like? Flavor?
It's super buttery. They do a great job of like leaving the marbling in if you ask for it. When they cut a slice off of the brisket for me, they'll even trim it up. There is some silver skin in the middle of it, and then they'll toss that. That doesn't go into your weight.
Chefy, talking silver skin.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're doing.
I like brisket. So they do a great job of cleaning it up for you so that you're not tossing too much, because you order a 2-meat platter, you get 1.5 pounds of meat.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a commitment.
Always take it home every time. Yeah. I had the fatty brisket, and then I also had the pork ribs.
Oh yeah, those are good too.
Yes. You got to get the plate of like all the barbecue sauces, because they have 3. They make them in house. They're all great.
All different. So it's like a sweeter one, super spicy, I would say, or bold. And what's the middle one? I don't
Mustard.
remember.
Honey mustard.
That's right, honey mustard. Right. Susan, You're chiming in. Let's
Yes.
go.
All
right.
What did you have?
I had the spare rib platter, which was delicious, with some coleslaw and mac and cheese. The mac and cheese that was, creamy and savory, and the coleslaw was crisp and cold. The ribs were delicious. I tried them just plain, purist at first, because they do have a good rub on them, and then experimented with some of the sauces.
What was your favorite sauce?
I think I like the house sauce, which was kind of more of a tangy, sweet, very delicious.
Well, and what I like about the sauces is that trying all the meats, you really see how the different sauces pairs nicely with the different meats. Like
Yes.
the mustard tastes obviously so good with the sausages, but then
Yeah.
switching between the sweet and the spicy on the brisket or the pulled pork. Because I'm like you, I like to try it plain, but I'm not a purist barbecue eater. Once I try the meat, and I try like how the balance is with the fat and the salt, then I just baptize it in sauce because I really just want my sweet and sour on top of the meat as well.
Yeah.
It's all about the sauce. So you kind of went big on sides.
Yes.
What did you have?
Again, I don't know if there wasn't something we didn't try. We had the mac and cheese, the grits.
How was that?
The mac and cheese is great. It's a very standard mac and cheese, which my wife appreciates. She doesn't like stuff in it. She just wants clean mac and cheese every time.
Basic. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice and clean mac and cheese. The grits, I swear there's American cheese in it. I love American cheese. I'm a huge fan. I like
too.
that. Yeah, I
admit it.
loved it in the grits. I felt like it was a nice balance with the barbecue.
Did you try the beans? Anyone try the
I
beans?
had the
You
beans.
tried the beans.
We tried
Yeah.
them.
I had the beans, yeah.
Oh,
They-
we all
beans.
tried the beans.
They put a meat in the beans, which is really nice, like to have something in addition to just the beans. And as you would expect from a barbecue restaurant, they're not crunchy beans, they're not mushy beans, they're like that perfect in the middle.
We actually asked one of the servers, what was in the ranch beans, because they were amazing. And he said that when they get done with the grill, the barbecue, it's basically the scraps of the meat mixture mixed goes into the ranch beans. They were the best.
You can't make that up. That sounds so good. I am so
Susan,
hungry
thank you
right
for
now.
bringing us that knowledge.
Thank you very much. Susan, what did you have for dessert?
There's a pecan pie that they have. It's called Becky's pecan pie.
Yeah.
It was called smoked pecan pie, which I had never had before. I'm not a huge pecan pie fan, but I thought, let me try it. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. You get a little bit of that smoke flavor,
Oh, it did
and
come
they
through.
do
That's great.
cook it out on in the smoker.
On their
With
smoker.
They
it
cook it in
was
the smoke. That is a beautiful thing. I think that's so cool.
I think they called it not too sweet pecan pie, and
Yeah.
it's so true. I felt like both desserts, they have banana pudding and then the pecan pie, both are very like balanced with the
Yes.
sweetness.
All right, Zeal, this is yours. Pro tip.
You gotta save room for dessert, which
Yeah.
we didn't, but truthfully this time I was so thankful that this was the first time we got dessert there, and the dessert is just as much of a wow factor as the barbecue.
I really enjoy their patio. They have a great misters in the summer. In the winter, it's very well sunlit. I really like the atmosphere on the patio.
If you want to try Little Miss Barbecue, it's located on 7th Street, just south of Dunlap. An average meal is $28, and they don't take reservations. They also have a location in Tempe. I want to thank Susan, Michaela, and Azil for joining me at the table. And thank you for joining us on Check Please Arizona. If you'd like to share your favorite restaurant, go to our website, azpbs.org/checkplease, and nominate your must-eat out spot. Who knows, you could be joining me at the table. Be a part of the foodie conversation in Arizona on social media using hashtag CheckPleaseAZ. Join us next time when 3 new guests make their recommendations right here on Check Please Arizona. I'm Chef Mark Tarbell. Have a delicious life.